Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Sean, the American in Krakow, back in the studio about to do another one of those reaction videos. Last week, I posted a video comparing Floriansen's cover of Lara Fabian's Adagio, and I was flooded with comments stating that I should have checked out her live version of Adagio, not the music video. But what also caught my eye was, as many people that said that, there were more that said I needed to listen to Lara Fabian's, and I apologize, French is so far from anything I'm comfortable speaking, but Lara Fabian's Je suis malade. I believe that means I am sick. I took French for like a semester. I was terrible at it. Anyway, let's get it. It's an old video, you can see that, but it's got like 10.5 million views.
Je ne rêve plus, je ne fume plus, je n'ai même plus d'histoire. Je suis laide sans toi, je suis sale sans toi, comme une orpheline dans un dortoir. Je n'ai plus envie de vivre ma vie. Ma vie cesse quand tu pars. Je n'ai plus de vie, et même mon lit se transforme en quai de gare. Quand tu t'en vas, je suis malade, complètement malade, comme quand ma mère sortait le soir et qu'elle me laissait seule avec mon désespoir. Je suis malade, parfaitement malade. T'arrives, on ne sait jamais quand. Tu pars, on ne sait jamais où. Et ça va faire bientôt 2 ans que tu t'en fous comme un rocher.
Sorry, I had to stop. I'm kind of at a loss for words through some of this. There's a couple of thoughts that are running through my head, especially after reading through the comments on my previous video, on that previous video. I'm never one to incite an argument. I shouldn't say I'm never one. I try not to incite arguments between people and comments. That's not my personality, right? I think everybody's entitled to opinions, and as long as they're respectful of how they go about it, that's the thing. But there were a lot of comments on my video saying that, Flor killed that performance, and her expression, the emotions that she expressed through her version were greater or better than Lara's version. And there was a lot of debate, heated debate, between some users in the comments that were going back and forth on that topic. And I stayed out of it predominantly, or I kind of said, hey, this is all opinion-based. We're all opinionated, and we all like to like what we like, and defend it against others who say it's not the same or not as good as we expected or think it is. I haven't even heard the whole song yet, but those of you who have watched my videos know that it doesn't really, for me, it's not about language. It's not always about the words spoken per se. It's the emotion put across in the music that helps me understand, me personally, helps me understand what the song is about, what the music is about, what the writer intended, what the performer intended. And I can say, with only listening to 2 minutes of music, and of that maybe a minute and change, a minute and a half of vocal performance, right? There was some music pieces and there was a bit of music in the beginning. One, I was clearly wrong for picking a music video version of Lara Fabian versus a live version. Her live is very different, and I can imagine Adagio being very different from her live. Two, I can't pick or say who emotes better through music, Lara or Floor. I haven't heard enough of Lara's music. I know Floor's capabilities of emoting or of reaching out and tugging on heartstrings. Like, I have cried watching her videos, listening to her music, Nightwish's music, not just her music. I shouldn't give Floor just the credit. And I have been accused of being a Floor fanboy and always, not always in a bad way, but defending her or picking her side, taking her side a little bit harder than I should. And that may be the case and not always intentional, but in this immediate instance, I can tell you that without a doubt, I know just from listening to this bit of music so far that Lara Fabian can do the same thing to me. I haven't heard her entire work. I haven't heard her catalog yet, but listening to how she's performed this music so far, I could tell you if she wanted to, she could reach into my chest, pull the strings in my heart, and make me feel whatever it is she wanted me to feel. There's nothing, this entire performance is nothing but emotion so far. It's words set to emotion. It's incredible. And she's an incredible singer. Like, just what I can pick up so far. And again, it's not necessarily an incredible singer because she's the most technically accurate. Her ability to get a point, a picture, paint a picture with her sound it's incredible. Let's get back to her. I'm sorry, I was rambling.
Que tu t'en fous comme un rocher, comme un péché. Je suis accrochée à toi, je suis fatiguée, je suis épuisée de faire semblant d'être heureuse. Quand ils sont là, je bois toutes les nuits. Et tous les whisky, pour moi, ont le même goût. Et tous les bateaux portent ton drapeau. Je ne sais plus où aller, tu es partout, je suis malade.
It's so effortless. She goes from singing to complaining to kind of suffering, back to singing, then to being disgusted. 2:30. So in the past 40 seconds, she went through like 6 different emotions, all while singing. She's got crazy talent. Man. Okay, I'm just sorry. I had to point that out just because I was talking about emoting and presenting emotion in music. She just hit like 6 emotions in less than a minute. That was incredible. And seamlessly, effortlessly.
Tu es partout, je suis malade, complètement malade. Je verse mon sang dans ton cœur et je suis comme un oiseau mort. Quand tout est du dos, je suis malade, parfaitement. Que j'avais du talent avant ta peau. Cet amour radio, comme un gosse idiot, en écoutant ma propre voix, qui chantera. Je suis malade, complètement malade, comme quand ma mère sortait le soir et qu'elle me laissait seule avec mon désespoir. Je suis malade, c'est ça, je suis malade. Tu m'as privé de tous mes chants, tu m'as vidé de tous mes mots.
If you don't feel emotions in this, something is wrong. Woo! Oh. Brava. Oh my, is this done? That was an amazing performance. I can't stress enough how powerful and emotive she is. Like, she really went through like almost all the phases of depression in this song, straight to despair at the end, and hit such a note of despair that literally made the hair on my arms stand. One other thing I wanted to quickly point out is I made some comments on my last video about her singing being frail. I still stand by that. That was the performance she chose to give in her version of Adagio, whether it was the director or her. I was never trying to say her voice was frail. So if that was understood, or is that what people took out of that statement, one, you're wrong. And two, if my words gave you that impression, then I apologize, because that was not my impression. That was not my intent. All good singers can sing different styles. You know, I was making comparisons. I think I believe I said she might have been a little bit more Celine Dion, or no, Whitney Houston. I said Whitney Houston, and Floor Janssen's version was a little bit more Jennifer Hudson or Aretha Franklin, like powerful voice versus frail voice. That doesn't mean Jennifer Hudson can't sing frail, or Whitney Houston has never sang powerful. Come on, it's Whitney Houston. But a lot of her performances have a frail note to it, and that's what I was alluding to. But this version of this song, and her as an artist, she's amazing. She is an incredible talent that really, like I said, I don't know, maybe in other languages. I mean, the French language is a beautiful language. Like I can't disagree with that. Hard as hell to pronounce, yes, but it's a beautiful language, and her use of it in music, in song, is incredible. Like, it was effortlessly switching through all those emotions for her, and it was incredible to watch and to hear. So thank you guys for recommending that I check it out. And I'm left speechless. Like, I can't imagine why anybody would want to argue who's better between listening to Floor or Lara. You can have a favorite. There's no denying who has favorites and why they're your favorite. I have favorites of all kinds of things. But to sit there and argue that one is better than the other, I would struggle Can they do different things? Yes. Can Lara do all the things that Flora does? Probably not. Flora does a very wide arrangement of music, but I haven't heard all of Lara either. Can Flora do everything Lara does? I don't know. Maybe. I'm not here to pick. I'm not here to say they have. You know, like I said, we're all entitled to our opinions on who's the best and who's our favorite. But to say really put somebody down for picking one over the other, that's not what I'm about, and I don't think we should even be entertaining that talent or that kind of conversation, right? If you're enjoying the music, that's all that matters. You know, somebody can sit there and say they like Baby Shark and they really enjoy that. I mean, you know what? If you're listening to Baby Shark and you're getting enjoyment from it, you know what? That's awesome. You're getting enjoyment from music. I'm not listening to Baby Shark. I'm just making that very clear. But, you know, I just heard a metal cover of Gangnam Style on TikTok the other day, and it blew my mind. Like, it was awesome. Anyway, I'm done. I'm not here to pick a favorite over one or the other. That's not what I'm about. I thoroughly enjoyed this performance. It was amazing. She is an amazing artist. And on that note, I am going to say thank you for checking this video out. If you like my videos, please go ahead and hit that like button. Please hit subscribe. If you haven't already, hit that notify bell to get notified when I post new content on the channel. Also, check out my other channels. I have a motovlog and a gaming channel. The gaming channel is mixed bag stuff. If you're into gaming, go ahead. Go there, check it out. I've got some stuff. Leave comments. Tell me if you want to see anything. Also, all these music videos that I react to, 90% of them are demonetized, so I do ask for a little help occasionally for keeping the lights on and getting equipment for the channel. So I have a PayPal link in the description below. If you feel like donating, feel free to go ahead and donate whatever you can. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, check out my Instagram. Link will be right up here. Thanks, y'all. Peace.